Hello, I'm Simon Hill. I'm the product demonstrator at the Leicester Customer and Training Centre at the Caterpillar facility at Desford, Leicester, UK. And today we're going to be talking about the morning safety checks we do on the machines we have in the demo fleet. So I've got a compact wheel loader here as an example, and the 302 excavator so we can do tyres and tracks. So on the compact wheel loader in the morning, I'll walk around to it. Fortunately today it's got nice dry ground conditions with gravel underneath. So quick visual inspection, if you see any damp spots under the machine, that could be oil residue or coolant that's dripped off the machine overnight. So that's a good indicator that there's a problem there. I'm also looking around the tyres. I'm checking for any cuts in the tyres on the sidewalls. Visually checking for inflation. Now I check these weekly anyway. This machine I run a little bit higher pressure in the fronts than I do the back, so hence why the tyre's got a little bit of squash to it. Overall, check the condition, make sure both my mirrors are okay, nothing cracked on there, I've got no damage to the lenses. Looking at the front, checking the condition of the quick coupler, making sure the hoses are okay. No visible signs of leaks, cracks or any damage to the coupler. The bucket, this bucket's fitted with a cutting edge so I can quickly look along. If any of the bolts holding the cutting edge on come loose, you'll notice that the dirt's fell off and you get a clean spot around them. These have all got dirt on there and they're all tight. The cutting edge hasn't got any cracks, signs of damage. Also good to check if your cutting edge beginning to wear, maybe time to turn it, spin it round. A lot of the cat attachments you can reverse the cutting edge, get extra life out of it. Round to the rear of the machine. Now checking the engine bay of this machine. Now currently in the UK it's springtime and these machines have been stood over the weekend. It's very good this time of year to visually inspect for any signs of birds' nests. The other day, for example, I checked the 308 E2 we have, which has been stood a period of time, lifted the engine bay covers and there, sure enough, there's a bird's nest started to be formed where the DPF is. I checked, there was no signs of eggs or any birds actively nesting, so I managed to remove that. That would have led to a fire. Possible thermal event if I hadn't have cleared that out of the way. So check around there, any signs of twigs, nesting materials. This machine's nice and clear. While I'm under here I would check the oils and levels, fluid levels. So on here I've got my hydraulic tank sight gauge, screen wash there, coolant reservoir, so I'm within the lines on the coolant reservoir, dipsticks down here, so I'll check that with a cloth, clean it, make sure that's okay. I'm looking around here in the belly of the machine, checking that there's no residue in there, which is a chance that there could be a leak in an area that I can't easily get access to. But around here everything seems to be clean and in good condition. Hold any hoses you can get to, just give them a bit of a push, make sure they're tight, everything's okay, everything seems fine there. This machine as well, you've got an access door here, so if I lift this handle, that is now pulled the radiators apart. This has got a hinged radiator cooling pack. If I go around the side here now, I can now visually inspect and I can check that the core's okay, there's no build-up of leaf material, debris that could lead to overheating, so that's nice and clear. Just push this handle back, that's okay. Check the lights, make sure they're okay, the lenses are all okay. Normally I would get in, if I'm doing any work in the evening, I would in the morning turn the ignition on, activate the lights, check that all the bulbs are working okay. In the cab of the machine, fortunately on the compact wheel loader, it's got two doors and everything's at ground level. So if it's wetter conditions and I'm getting a bit of build up of mud or dry mud's falling off my boots and begin to build up on the mat, I'll get a brush in here and sweep it out, clear it out. You want to keep your pedals clear. Don't want anything loose in here. If you can, put any of your personal items in the storage compartment here. You don't want anything falling down. Luckily on this machine, a nice large storage box, so I'll put my lunch bag in there. Now moving over to the Mini X, same thing, looking around the ground there. Any damp patches on the floor could indicate we've got a leak or slight weep that could lead to a leak further on in the day. So a small problem can quickly lead to downtime on the machine if not rectified. So luckily there's nothing there. Tracks, luckily it's nice and dry, so the track frame's nice and clean, so try and keep that clear. If you don't want that packing with mud, it could lead to the tracks being over tensioned, then causing you problems. For track tension, I would bring the boom round and lift one side of the track up, and then in the OMM it will tell you, because each machine has a different measurement for the gap required between the track and the bottom rollers. Now another thing to point out, if you look at this rubber track, there's a mark here which is the infinity mark. If you have that central, so centre of the track frame, that's going to be the lowest, the saggiest part of the track, because that's where the bands in the track overlap, so it's the heaviest point of the track. That's going to be where you're going to get the saggiest point, so that's going to be the low point if the tracks are under tensioned. The infinity mark is here. If the tracks require tension, get a spanner, remove this cover, and in here's a grease nipple, so I'll put the grease gun onto there, add grease, that will send the piston out on the idler, which will tension the track. Now it's imperative that you keep it to the correct tension. Some operators think, oh, I'll put a lot more grease in than required, I'll get the track tensioned up really tight and then I won't have any problems. The problem is then you're going to start stretching the track, which is going to lead to more problems further down the line. So only tension it to the correct measurement in the OMM. Again, around the machine, this machine's fitted with mirrors, so check the condition of the mirrors, they're not cracked, got no problems with the lenses. Check that the pins are in. This has got an extending blade with wings, so checking the pins are in on here. Overall condition of the hoses, there's no oil residue running down the boom. Hoses are tight. Cylinders are in good condition, no damage to the chrome on the cylinders. Quick connects are okay. And then quick coupler. This one is a twin lock system with a cam at the back, so I'm just checking. Also the bucket on here, making sure the clips are in for the bucket pins. Bucket teeth, again, same what I said with the compact wheel loader. Normally if you've got a loose tooth on your bucket, you'll see that there's no dirt or debris around the bolts because the bucket tooth's been moving and keeping it clear. This one, there's a nice layer of dirt around there, and I can physically check that they're all tight. Now luckily on the next gen mini excavators we have a nice easy access side panel, so I can check the radiator core here, checking for signs of any residue, nothing there. Screen wash is full. Exhaust there as well, there's no problem there, all the brackets are tight, no signs of cracking. And moving around the back, open the engine bay. If it's a windy day, there's a little stay on here, so I'll clip that in, I'll stop that whipping around on me. My hydraulic tank gauge is here, I can check my oil level, fuel water separator, and then again while I'm around here I would check the oil level, engine oil level. Because it's nice and dry at the moment, we've got the air cleaner, engine air cleaner here. There's a little rubber bung on the top, so you give that a little pinch, get rid of any build up of debris that's in there. Well, that was just a quick video, walk around, what I do on the machines, daily basis. Some good tips there. Always, if you check your machine first thing in the morning, you're not going to get any surprises throughout the day, that's what I find, and it helps reduce downtime. So I hope you found this video informative. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.